be sued for claiming the project, so I'm just being honest and careful.
There's 7 parts to this.
I my patience is getting very thin. Do you know the YouTube channel Troom Troom by chance? I used to roll the dice. Thank you, Zolti. I used to roll the dice, feel my enemy as Kappa. What? Oh god, no. Doesn't ring a bell. Oh, I'm pretty sure. Wait, before I show you, before we watch the video. Troom Troom. It's a channel with 24 million subs. Okay? Let that go over your tongue. 24 million subs. I will open it up for you so we can you see. Oh my god. What did they do? What are those thumbnails? Wait, let me show you. They're so cringe, they really are. It's a content farm. It is a content farm. So if nobody knows, it's a content farm. It's super shitty. After the video, we're gonna play Dark Souls, by the way. It's super shitty. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Wait, I just use my button. I should use my buttons more. Ah. Ta-da! That's so quick. Should I put a delay on it? A number. All right. Okay, buckle up. Buckle up. That's Troom Troom. That is their channel. I'll put you up real quick. Yeah, Metra. That is Troom Troom. There's so many websites or like so many channels like this. Look at this. Look at that shit. At this point, it's just AI generated. And it looks very sure AI generated. Looks like so brain rot. It is brain rot. They do like weird sketches, as you can see. I will not click on it. They do like weird sketches. And it's just stupid. It's just stupid. But yeah, but we will not watch Troom Troom today. Relax. We will watch our friend Jarvis Johnson today, who is making a video about Troom Troom because one of the actors speaks out. So I'm really, really curious. Hello, Explorer. Welcome. I'm really curious what we can learn about the actor that worked there, what she has to say about it, because this is so brain rot content. And I just hope that we can learn something from it. Yeah, we will not give Troom Troom a click. No, I will just close the page. We will give Jarvis the click, okay? So, alrighty. Wait, the music needs to stop. So we're gonna watch that. Hello, Explorer, how are you doing today? So, Jarvis is sponsored by Simply Save. Please look up Lina. For all that is good in this world, did you? No. What do you mean for all that is good? I did not shower. I did work today. And does it count if my feet got water on them while I was on the terrace watering my plants? Does that count as shower? Dragonfly. Does that count? Yeah, I know. I know. Well, let's just watch the video, Dragonfly. Hello. Happy Friday.
Sponsored by Simply Safe.
Is it
There's
loud
no
enough?
safe like Simply Safe. More on that later. Hello and welcome back to Jarvis Johnson.
That is Jarvis Johnson. He's very cool. I really, really like him. I really, really like him. I think he's really based. Yeah.
The premium channel that is free, it is free. But if you're watching
It is
this,
free. Let's
you're
go.
premium.
Star Sky.
And
Hello.
today, maybe we will find the answer to a mystery I've always wondered about the channel Troom Troom, which
Troom
is
Troom.
why are they doing that? How are they?
So for the people that came new in here, stop cleaning me with the spray bottle. I think I'm known to a Disney base. So far, all of his videos were very enjoyable, and he had very bad base statements about like not difficult, but like the variety of topics. You're not new, Dragonfly. All right, so like I said, for the new people that came in, we are watching a video from Jarvis, where we talk about a Troom Troom actor that speaks out. And Troom Troom is this weird click farm content thing, and it's so cursed and so brain rotty. But I wanted to know what this actor has to say. Thank you for your follow. Explorer. Goober.
Hey, what's up with this? Troom Troom is a,
After that, we play Dark Souls.
I guess, like life hack content farm, similar to 5 Minute Crafts, though
Not
operated
anymore,
independently
though.
of 5 Minute Crafts. They used to, and I believe still do, kind of pump out tons of content all the time. They describe themselves as easy DIY.
But yeah, as you can see down here, 23.9 million. Let's just say 24. Almost 3,000 videos though. Jesus Christ. Okay.
How-to video tutorials, but then when you like look into like what their channel actually does,
Yeah, nowadays it's just
what the hell? Sorry, it's been a
yeah, we did not click on it. I think that was good. It was good that we did not click on it.
couple of years. Yeah, it's like they've definitely
Look
fallen
at that
off, which is
shit.
why I haven't talked about them in a long time. Poor versus rich versus giga rich pregnant. Okay, there we go. That's quintessential Troom Troom. All right.
Yeah.
If you're poor, you get pregnant with pizza. Haven't talked about them for years, but obviously I
It's
still have
bad brain
nightmares.
rot.
And
Grandpa Lina is
recently,
good brain rot.
a
Thank you,
former
Spirit.
actor on Troom Troom has
Yeah.
spoken out on Instagram, and they created a 7-part series where they kind of
Oh.
tell the story of what was happening behind the scenes with Troom Troom. And you know, I'm a messy bitch who loves drama. So that's what I'm doing today.
Well, are we messy bitches who love drama? That is the question. Do we join Jarvis in his identity? I hate channels like Troom Troom and 5 Minutes Craft, DIY life hacks that make your life easier. Obviously, they make your life harder. It just does not like help at all. It's just so stupid. I don't know.
To find out about. I love corporate drama specifically. Love to shit on a content farm
let's
corporation.
shit on
And I
them.
hope the actor wasn't treated horribly, but I'm glad that they are speaking out in hopes that other people maybe are emboldened to do so as well. So let's hear what they have to
Yeah.
say.
Hi, I'm the Troom Troom girl, and I finally speak English.
Oh.
No, we weren't tortured. No, we weren't brainwashed. I was there, okay? So let me tell you what really went down.
Okay, so they weren't tortured, they weren't brainwashed. I
Good.
do not know what she
That's
meant
it, that's
by
something.
this by this sound. Like, are we supposed to be upset that she's speaking English? That she's speaking? I don't know.
True, they do like they don't really speak in them, I think, right? I think the actors don't really speak in those videos. They're just doing mimic and body movement to signalize what's going on. But I don't know because I don't watch it.
I'm just gonna let her speak because I'm gonna listen. All right, fellas, we should be doing more of that.
Yeah, let's
Ladies,
listen.
6-1, by the way.
Everyone in Troom Troom was from Ukraine. Yeah, I know you probably heard a lot about Ukraine lately.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone on Troom Troom was from Ukraine. Obviously, Ukraine going through
get
a
voiceovered.
horrific
Oh.
war right now. And so she references that it may have been in the news lately. I figured this out in 2018.
It is a business that started in the Ukraine.
When I just went to their Instagram page and all the comments were in Ukrainian. So
How did I end up in Troom Troom? Well, fun fact, I used to study to be a singer.
Oh.
all right, so
Okay.
this person was raised in the Church of Troom Troom. So
Yeah, the brain rot is strong in this one. I just want to know what the stuff behind Troom Troom is, and I'm feeling my brain already melting. Let's suffer together.
I don't want to go too hard on their comedic choices,
Yeah.
but they're very XD random Troom Troom style.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh God.
I watched this back a second time, and I was like, okay, she
Why?
was studying to be a singer. She was showing this woman who was peeling potatoes on a farm, I guess, while singing Shine Bright Like a Diamond, the Rihanna song, with super auto-tune on.
Yeah.
And then I realized it was a deep fake.
Yeah, I wanted to say it looks more like AI. I don't know. It gave me AI vibes. I really want one of those shirts. I know there are fashion designers from Ukraine that sell these internationally, and I want one of those shirts. Really. Isn't that Rihanna? True. It seems Rihanna. But I still want one of those shirts. They look really cool.
Fake video of
Thank
Rihanna
you.
peeling potatoes, and I don't know why she was peeling potatoes.
And we support
Okay, it's
a
fine. We're
Ukrainian
getting to
designer,
the
which is
root
even
of
better.
Troom Troom's evil, and it's very serious, and that's why this video is so serious and straightforward.
One day my friend told me,
Mm-hmm.
hey, they're looking for a black girl. Yes, you heard that right.
Mm-hmm.
A black girl.
Okay, cultural differences around how color is referred to, and I don't know what her intended audience of this is. She feels like other people may think this is like derogatory to be called black. And in America, it's not.
A black girl. Please, do not cancel me.
Don't cancel me. I'm a black girl.
I mean, I understand why she says that, because like no matter what you say nowadays on the internet, you will, if Twitter finds you, run. If Twitter finds you, they will just suck out every life out of you if they find something that they can be upset about. Yep.
I'm from another world. In Ukraine, everyone with dark skin is called black. But that's another story.
Okay, so now we're looking at
Okay.
a deep fake of Kendrick Lamar on a farm, and my patience is like starting to wear thin, but like
Yeah.
I'm gonna lock in. Okay, I
Okay.
may have to stop referencing.
We can do this,
these little
Jarvis. We can do
bits.
this.
I watched one random Troom Troom video and I
Yeah?
thought, yes, I can do that. You don't even have
Yeah.
to talk. So
Okay.
I made it to the audition. Oh my God, this word audition.
So she's really drawing this out. But all the parts are available, and we're gonna go through them. That's why I was waiting to make this video, because of how freaking this gave us no information that
Okay.
wasn't known. But now we know she's going to audition.
It's 7
Part two,
parts.
Before we get
Oh, wait.
into that,
That was part 1? Oh, no way. That was part fucking 1. She just said, yeah, I went to the audition. I'm from Ukraine. And she has a different, she has darker skin color. That is the info we got.
we have a brief word from today's sponsor, Simply Safe. You may have heard me talk in the past.
We
about
support Jarvis, so I will let it run.
A home invader. In
I will
my
let it
home,
run.
That was not a very positive experience, and I never want to be surprised by an unwanted guest again. And that's why I got Simply Safe. Simply Safe is an easy-to-install alarm system with a support staff working for you
Also
around
the
the
same
clock.
with-
Traditional alarm systems only react once a break-in has occurred, but with Simply Safe's Active Guard
Yeah, I
outdoor
don't know.
protection, you can be notified as soon as someone enters your
She's a
property
girl.
and identify if that's
Yeah, right? She's a
intended
girl.
or
Oh
not.
my
And if
God.
it is the case that that guest is unwanted, Simply Safe has live monitoring agents who can shine lights,
I don't
call
know.
for help if
Can
needed,
people
take
just-
any action necessary.
I mean, I know where it's
to
come
keep
from,
you safe,
but
and you can easily integrate
can we
Simply
move
Safe
on
with any smart locks or sensors
from
or
that,
cameras wherever you need them. And with the Simply
basically,
Safe app, it's super easy to arm and
All
disarm the
good, all
system,
good.
view camera feeds, and manage any of the features
still
from
can read it.
anywhere at any time. There are no long-term contracts or cancellation fees. And wouldn't you know it, Simply Safe has been named one of the best home security systems by
If I
U.S. News
go
and World
more-
Report
if I
5
go more
years
on
in a row.
YouTube,
There are no
maybe I need the
long-term
Simply
contracts
Safe
or cancellation fees,
service.
so it's easy to give Simply Safe a try.
I don't want the
You can save
sledgehammer
50%
from my
on your
door.
Simply Safe security system when you sign up for select professional monitoring plan and get your first month free. Visit simplysafe.com/jarvisgold to customize your
We
plan.
support Jarvis.
And there's no
He's
safe
cool.
like Simply Safe. Thanks again to Simply Safe for sponsoring this video. Now back to the video.
Welcome to part 2 of my 7-part series. What do you need to know about Troom Troom? At the audition,
At the audition,
She is saying audition correctly every single time, and she
I'm
doesn't
so-
think she's saying it right.
I'm so confused.
And so
Please help me.
I don't know what to do with that.
So
What is
the
that?
people from Troom Troom hate me. I began building my own social media and later joined a TikTok house in Ukraine. They believe it's
TikTok?
unacceptable.
There are TikTok houses everywhere. I also learned on TikTok, funny enough, on TikTok is a like collective between creators, female creators that have an OF account, and this is basically an OF house, but they promote it on TikTok, obviously. So basically, they're a TikTok OF house, which is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Imagine there's a house like 7 or 8 creators and like very young girls, like 18 plus, right? It's 18 plus, but still very young girls. And there was a controversy because one girl who's 17, she also wants to be part of this. She's already having a big following on TikTok, and she's just waiting for her 18th birthday to join this OF house. I mean, you do you, girl, but with 18, I don't know if the first thing I want to do is like join an OF house. It's somewhere in America. I think the house is somewhere in LA, obviously.
Acceptable to talk about Troom Troom. Like, you're not
Troom
allowed to
Troom.
talk about it because it's not yours.
Whoa.
I like how she says Troom Troom.
Okay. So here's some tea. She was trying to build her own brand.
Oh.
And then Troom Troom said, you can't talk about Troom Troom. No one talks about it, like Fight Club. This is actually more common than you'd think.
Yeah.
That if you work
Or
for
is it
like a
LA?
media
Yeah, yeah.
company, they usually have some sort of restrictions about your personal brand that you can have. Even in the States, it can be that way for some of the larger like media companies. BuzzFeed comes to mind.
Yeah,
I don't want
BuzzFeed
to
also
end
does
up in
that.
jail or be sued for claiming the project, so I'm just being honest and careful.
There's 7 parts to this.
I still my patience is getting very thin.
And each individual part barely says anything.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to show you when we switch from different parts. I'm just going to consume it all as like one
Oh boy,
continuous
no.
video.
Oh yeah, please.
Notably,
Yes, please.
I went to her reels.
I'm silly trying to process what she even talking about. So I want to know like what is behind True. I thought we would know or like learn something about freaking Troom Troom, but this is 1000% ADHD content. Hello, Earl.
And her Instagram, and like she doesn't have
It's
any
so
posts before this series. So I wonder if she had a different account that she was talking
get
about,
something
or
to eat,
if
Earl.
she had to delete her other thing or not post it or what.
Welcome to part 3 of my 7-part series, What You Need to Know About.
Okay, so in this we are referring to Troom Troom as quack quack.
Quack, quack.
Is that like what it translates to? I did.
I'm already restricting myself on my phone so my brain doesn't melt out of my ears. Earl, stop breaking your car.
Don't know
Quack, quack.
why it's referred to as that.
But let's play a little game.
I love a game.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
great.
Who? Yes, you.
Okay.
Me?
Allegedly an
Us?
actor on a super popular channel called Yuppie Yuppie.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
This is pretty exciting for me, actually. I don't usually get parts like this, so
Jarvis.
welcome to Yuppie Yuppie.
Full time,
Okay.
Monday to Friday, weekends day off. At the end of the month, you allegedly get your paycheck. Here's the
Yeah.
question.
You allegedly you're paid as if it's a crime to pay you. That's what the Troom Troom people made you think, that it was they were doing something illegal by giving you money.
Can you afford to buy a Sony Alpha 7CR full frame interchangeable lens hybrid camera?
Great question. I'm actually shooting this video on a Sony.
Stop crying in bed. Weekends off, lazy. Dragonfly, it's not America. You have some days off by default.
Alpha Series 7 CR interchangeable lens hybrid camera, but I didn't buy it with my Yuppie Yuppie money, so
Yeah,
I'm
not the
gonna guess
Yuppie
no.
Yuppie money.
Okay, can you afford to buy a diesel denim rhinestone
Why would I want to buy that? It doesn't even look good.
shoulder bag? Still no.
I can't buy a diesel denim rhinestone
I don't
shoulder
even
bag? What the
wanna.
hell? I'm just playing along. I'm playing her game, okay?
Yeah,
I'm
we're
trying to
playing
laugh
the
with
game.
her.
Step
Yeah.
over electric bike from REI. Yes!
Oh, you can buy
Huh?
a bike from REI. That's exciting.
Baby, I hope you're
Okay.
smart. See you in part 4.
Huh? What was that with Troom Troom? I want one doll. Call me out, Lina. Just stop buying that shit. You don't need it. I don't. I'm. Oh please, can we just learn something about Troom Troom, please?
Oh,
suffering.
She told us her paycheck. Oh, she said I'm not gonna tell you, and then she said we played like a higher or lower game where she gave us some specific products.
Wait.
Oh,
That's her paycheck. Now I get it. That is so smart.
$1,100. So that she
Thank
can't buy
you,
that.
Daniel.
I'm glad I looked that up. I cracked the code. And I am smart. This costs $1,000
So they got like around $1,000
USD. So she's saying she made $1,000
Per
a month,
month.
which is not a lot of money.
I'm not sure if that is a lot in Ukraine or not. I don't know.
Because I don't know if that's her take-home pay.
Hmm.
But for take-home, if you're working Monday through Friday, then
It's not a lot though.
that's only $12,000 a month, and you're working full-time Monday through Friday. Obviously, you're not buying this cruiser bike. You're paying rent.
600 for a trash
and food
handbag.
and bills.
I know,
that's not a
Metra,
lot,
I
is what
know.
I've determined with my brain.
Yeah, nobody speaks English. Or even if they do, it's like maybe 1%. I don't even know how we studied English in school for 11 years and still end up not speaking it.
I get that. I get that because I took Spanish for
Hello,
many years.
Riken.
And unless I'm in a Spanish-speaking country or speaking Spanish every day, my Spanish goes...
It will drop.
I didn't speak.
This is why my English improved so much, because I'm like talking day in, day out in English. That's so freaking cringe. I know! But the company takes from YouTube 23 million subs. Yeah, they get a lot of money. The collective is getting a lot of money.
Any English. I only started learning it 3 years ago.
I just can't watch TikToks like this or shorts like whatever that is, short video format. I can't. This is just so much.
Oh my god, that's incredible. She only started speaking English 3 years ago, and now she's making English language content. That's so sick.
Please
That is
don't
really
be mad
cool.
at the others either.
No one's mad.
No.
one's mad. Some of us might be mad at Troom Troom themselves for only paying you enough money to get a electro cruiser go step over electric bicycle a month. So, but other than that, we're not mad at you, the people. Okay, so
Dragonfly, I know about the Hermes bags. We will not go that rabbit hole. I'm also thinking in English mostly, but of course when I talk with my family, but I'm like whispering, saying English words sometimes. I talk German a lot too. It's like both. But my English per se by speaking it and like being normal with speaking it improved a lot once I started to like use it more in, for example, gaming and stuff. And here, like for Twitch, it just skyrocketed after a while. So if you want to learn English, force yourself to use it a lot.
I thought maybe she's doing quack quack because she
Quack,
didn't want to say
quack.
Troom Troom, but she says Troom Troom in this video. She said it in the first video as well. But hopefully there's no trouble she can get in.
He wanted me to film a DIY video where I put pets into pencil cases and other random stuff. Nothing against period products, but that idea felt kind of weird to me. So I said no. Later, I find out they actually wanted to fire me.
I have to imagine a lot of these actors are in situations where they don't think what they're doing makes sense.
Yeah.
And if their response is to threaten firing you, it's like, do you
Do you have an early stream on Twitch debut? What? What do you mean, Explorer? Stop honking.
know what you're making? This is Troom Troom, okay?
I'm-
Mr. Scorsese.
The hair drama.
Explain
We
your
made a
question.
video about
Sorry.
my afro hair for their channel. Then I posted my own video on my brand new account talking about being black in USSR, including my hair journey. They called me in and told me that I couldn't post that. They said it was their idea.
What? That's insane.
That is really
Also, like,
insane.
what an incredibly valid journey to
Of one of your old streams. Oh, I mean, I didn't have a debut. My old streams are all on my computer. There's like, I do have them somewhere, but they're not online somewhere. No.
To
Maybe I will
speak
find
on.
them.
I mean, I studied abroad in Spain, and I walked into a barbershop once, literally just wanting to get like cleaned up around my hair. I didn't even have like curly hair at the time. I had pretty short hair. And they were like, no, we can't cut hair like that. And so
Why?
I can only imagine like if you were in a place where, I mean, even in America, I'm not in a place where like most people have hair like me. So for her being in the USSR, being in Ukraine, and having that experience, I'm sure a lot of people like would really value like hearing her story.
Yeah,
And then for
but not in this ADHD type of content. Please do not. Hello, Pira. Thank you.
the white dude in charge, which she said was a white dude in charge, to be like, actually,
no,
your
Explorer.
hair journey, that's Troom Troom's idea. What are you talking about? I do like the idea that Troom Troom would claim that anything that they do. So when Troom Troom makes the video, one color challenge, Spider-Man versus Pikachu versus Sprunky, do you think they're hitting up Nintendo like, Pikachu is our thing, bro?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
We need
We're the ones
Pikachu
who
now.
did Pikachu versus Sprunky.
In 2022, the cost of living in Ukraine ranged from 800 to 1,500 per person per month, approximately 32 800. Wait, I can't read. So it's like a bit above poverty, basically. Kinda. Why not? Is that cringe? I don't know. I haven't checked it in 1.5 years.
Be your idea when I was the one who taught you everything about Afro hair. Let's be for real. You didn't even know Afro hair existed.
Talk your shit. Why would they know?
Damn, I'm getting mad when I'm talking about it.
And you're allowed to get mad.
Yeah, very.
You're allowed to get mad.
Yeah.
Well, she sips tea. I see you, queen.
More tea in part 6.
Oh, she knew what she was doing. More tea in part 6. Okay, she's finding her rhythm. She's like, okay, here comes the drama. It's a burn book. She's like done with it forever.
Flooded me with comments saying you're only here for the gossip. Little troublemakers.
Wait, that's me. I'm a little troublemaker. I'm just here for the gossip. Where's my tea?
Where's our tea?
The rat friend.
The rat friend? Like, it's not me misunderstanding her. The caption says the rat friend.
The rat
I guess
friend.
it is me misunderstanding her.
I didn't know you were a Troom Troom. Hello, Salvador. We are doing good. How are
Just
you?
because I don't know what we're talking about. But I'm not, it's not like a language breakdown.
When I left, everything seemed fine. They told me I could even come back if
Hello,
social media
welcome.
didn't work out for me.
Okay, so I was going to ask why she left, but it seemed like she wanted to leave to do her own thing, Miles Morales style. They even said she could come back. Okay, that's good. How does the rat friend come into this?
Later, I find out they were gossiping about me being a nanny, saying I was broke, working for $50, probably homeless. Then it hit me.
That's so shitty. Also,
That is really shitty. Why do people do that? It reminds me of a certain situation on Twitter involving a hellhound. I finished Arkham Origins and then went to play some Metro. Finished with my music and American culture final. Yesterday I finished the paper for my religions of Asia final. Good job! Good job! Why is it shameful to be poor? I have no idea. I have no idea. That is none of anyone's business.
it's not like they were working for a fucking fortune. Why are you making fun of her trying to do her own thing? I don't know,
Yeah.
like, the cultural implications, but, like, a lot of times if you do something that is kind of
I wonder if the actors were Ukrainian, if also like the head of the channel, basically who organized it, was also Ukrainian, because that is nothing we know so far, right? So far, she just said the actors were all Ukrainian.
off the beaten path. People will criticize you until you like become successful to make themselves feel better about like not doing something on their own journey
Would
or
not be
whatever.
surprised.
It's like a way people cope, I've found.
Are the taxes good in Ukraine?
That stinks.
Coffee with 2 girls from the project, and I told them kindergarten was thinking about offering me to host kids parties there for $50. I didn't even accept it. I just mentioned it.
So she
Yeah.
wasn't even talking about working at the kindergarten full time. It was like a side thing to host parties.
And she was thinking about
for
it
some-
and wanted to share it and maybe get the opinion of the others. Where's the problem about that?
some extra cash. And then suddenly they're like, that's your whole gig or whatever. Which wouldn't even be a problem if it was. Like, what is being a nanny bad all of a sudden? Whoa, she's a nanny, dude. Not like us who fucking work in the Troom Troom realm. Dude, we're
Troom
we're so holier than thou with our glue and fucking Spider-Man and Pikachu are our best friends. We hang out all the time.
She's already working for $50. She's struggling. She's broke. They were really happy for me being broke. But now look what I
Why
have.
though?
I can afford a diesel bag.
Yeah, okay. I'm just not the biggest fan of super expensive brands. I just cannot see the value in those kind of things. And for me, it also is like not appealing. If she's happy about it, she can brag about it. Yeah.
Wow, she got the diesel bag that she couldn't afford
They're
with her
stupid,
paycheck.
Salvador.
That's
They're
what I'm talking
stupid.
about.
Okay, period. You cannot.
Period, dude. 3 years into English and she's already better than me, dude.
Period.
Let's go. Wait, that's so sick. Good for her. Also,
Yeah.
unnecessarily
I mean, it's good
mean
for her that
from
she
those coworkers. We're
buys
entering
whatever
the
she
final
wants.
frontier, the final countdown, the final part before she burns Troom Troom in a manner of talking about it as a topic, not like for real.
Part 7 of my 7-part series. What
Okay, please. I love the hair though. Look at her hair being super cute. But please, I thought it would be way different.
you need to know about.
It's funny that like her reactions after quack quack, now she's like ruining the day. Troom Troom, quack quack.
When I
Quack,
became
quack.
more known in Ukraine on TV, working with celebrities. Yeah.
Oh, she actually has a big TikTok following. So
Oh.
her Instagram is like fairly recent, but her TikTok has been popping off for a minute.
That is a lot of TikTok. Get that girl. Get that bag.
Because she has like 3+ million on TikTok here and getting pretty consistent views. Okay, she's popping off. Good for her.
It's about the channel Troom Troom, and an actor is speaking up of this, and I wanted to learn something, but I'm just getting brain rot.
Claiming her labor value in the marketplace. We love to see a queen succeeding whatever is going on in this video.
Her acting is cringe with her mic
click
though.
into
Why
it.
does it sound
I'll
like
just leave
she's
that as
sitting
an
there
exercise
close?
for the reader.
There wasn't
I think it adds to that type of comedy, I would assume. Do you know watch Rattle? I love Rattle. I love Rattle. And when I discovered that he's from freaking Austria with his I love his grandma even more than Rattle. Rattle, I love your grandma more than you. Suck it up, Buttercup. He makes good content though.
easy for them to accept. They say I use the project for my own gain.
Who said that? You could say that about anyone doing anything. You just used your work.
Yeah, and they're using her. They paid her a little bit above poverty payment. So she's working there full time, and then they're claiming, yeah, that is shitty ass.
For your own gain, huh? Huh? You go
Rattle
to
is
work every
another
day,
content creator.
you earn money so that you can gain, so that you can buy things. Curious.
That is
Wow,
so
pretty
weird.
individualistic of you, huh?
Yes, of course I did.
That part.
Let's be honest, I wasn't the most popular girl there. Redhead, unicorn, dolly.
We all know those people.
I have no clue who those are.
There was a narrator that would refer to her, and
Oh,
we'd
we
be
did?
like, redhead, blah 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 blah.
If 7 parts weren't enough, head to my YouTube. That's where we can talk a little deeper about it without me going to jail.
What an insane cliffhanger.
I'm disappointed.
We can talk about it a little deeper without me going to jail. That's why you guys come to my YouTube, is so that I can talk about things without going to jail, which is mostly kind of what I'm about.
Jarvis, help
is
us,
avoiding
please.
jail time. That's kind of my whole thing. Everybody knows me as Jarvis Johnson Gold, the guy who's avoiding jail time by posting on YouTube. I'm gonna go to the YouTube. I'm gonna see if there's any additional tea that we can sip, because
Oh God.
I know we're all
Hello, Danya. Welcome. What are those
thirsty
frames?
as hell. Okay, so she used the 7-part
How you
series
doing
as
today,
a launch for her
Danya?
YouTube
I'm so proud of your plant, man. I'm so proud of your plant. It makes me so happy to see that.
channel, which I fully respect. Brilliant content strategy, A+. Her YouTube channel is Tracy. This video only has 35,000 views and she only has 3,000 subscribers. So I definitely think she's got the potential to blow up. Obviously, she's much bigger on TikTok and Instagram. So it's only a matter of time, Tracy.
Matter
Just
of
you
time
wait.
with post
So this is a
posting.
Q&A video.
Posting
Goes through a couple questions.
probably.
I'll breeze through some of the answers to the questions. Who was the voice being one of the big ones? Not one of the actors, a voice actor.
Dharman? What is Dharman? The Troom thing like tomorrow's teaching or Dharman? Like it's like those 5-minute hack bullshit. The little monstera was wait, it's a monstera? I didn't see that as a monstera. I can, if you wanna, I can show you my monstera tomorrow when the light is better. I have also one. Thank you, pizza. Tiny. Oh, wait. Is it a monkey monstera perchance? Those are the tiny ones. Is it a monkey monstera that is climbing a lot? Yeah. Mine is very big. Yeah. Okay, good. See, I know the monsteras. What kind of variegation is it? More white or more pink?
She already mentioned that the actors didn't
My
really speak
plan
English,
nerd
so
is
it would make
coming
sense
out.
that the narrator being like a fluent English speaker would not be one of the actors on screen.
See that comment a lot. Oh, this channel is cringy. It's my brain rot. It was my brain rot.
So she addresses whether or not she thinks Troom Troom is cringe. And
Para, my monstera is bigger than yours, and we all know it.
here's her answer.
I don't think it's cringe at all. To me, it was just a regular entertainment channel for kids. KIDS, kids, not adults. Kids, not teenagers.
Kids.
Babies. If we start calling
Okay, wild take. Wild take. I don't think a channel like Troom Troom, hello Nobu. I don't think a channel like Troom Troom should be shown to kids. Change my mind.
that cringe, then we should also say Teletubbies are cringe.
They are.
Shots fired to Teletubbies. Yeah, Troom Troom is a channel for kids. I think that this is a fair
Teletubby was at least slower and not those high paced weird thing.
defense of the content. I don't necessarily agree, but she's fully entitled to this opinion.
The thing is, as people grow up, they naturally don't want to be associated with anything childish anymore.
That is also a good point. But I do think that Troom Troom was doing some stuff with like just the way the YouTube algorithm worked at that time. Like, if you go to Troom Troom now, the channel has like...
I think the kids should have like Art Attack back. YouTube is wild place. Yeah, Art Attack was really good. Or the show with Bob Ross. Those kind of things kids should have again. Like in a normal pace with a little bit of quirkiness, that is okay. But like this type of stuff is just, they don't learn anything. It's just very high paced. They're already getting addicted to dopamine watching those type of content, and I don't think it's good for them. This is my my personal opinion about it. You can't shit on me for having personal opinion on this type of topic. Lina, you need to step up, become the first big educational children's VTuber. How?
24 million subscribers and struggles to get over 20,000 views a video. And so something changed pretty dramatically, I think, on the back end with YouTube. Especially
I think my biggest problem is mostly the high-paced stuff. Because, like, kids can't sit down for 2 minutes anymore. That's what I experience a little bit. They can if you give them a game, but it's some to be very difficult. Like, how many parents come to the bookstore, for example, that say, yeah, I need a book for my kid, a very, very, very thin one, because I want them to read, but they can't focus. And I'm like, yeah, a book will not help them. A book will not help them. They can't focus. So many parents come to the store like, I need a thin book. My kids don't want to read. They have to for school. They can't focus on it. What do you have? And like, no book will help you. No book will help you in that case. My youngest daughter loves books. Yeah, there are people that are... Shut up, Dyram. there are kids that read a lot. We have like both type of spectrums. We have the one extreme where parents like come on a weekly basis where I just start to recommend them to just get a library membership, to be honest. And there are some parents who come in, they're like, hi, my kid, they don't want to read. What do we do? They need to read for school, yada, yada, yada. And then my wildest thought is like, why they don't give them like manga? Like give them a manga, but parents don't want to give their kids a manga for some reason, which I don't understand. Like let them just try it. If they read manga, then they start with something. How do I get my kids to read TikTok? Delete TikTok? No, take away their phones and iPads. Or like limit it to an hour per day or something like that. Just kick them into the forest and see how they survive. My oldest daughter reads like you have kids? Pizza. That is new. I didn't know. Oh wait, you're chatting so much. I didn't know. Psychological response to short form content is very spooky. I agree, especially for kids. They don't have context and they don't know how to process that content. Danielle, we talked about it a couple streams ago. Where I said humans lose the ability of critical thinking of the content that they watch on any type of social media. They're just looking at it. They're like, okay, I believe that. And then they see like 10 other channels who say the same, basically, even though it's a lie. They're like, okay, 10 people say it. I believe it. And that is so dangerous. The critical thinking is decreasing rapidly. And this is a problem. You should do that more often. I mean, not you. I know you are a bit smarter, but overall humanity should do that more often. If you get hooked on stuff as a kid, like drugs, sex, gambling, or poor habits, it's damn impossible to stop. Yeah. Yeah, and I blame the parents. I don't blame the teachers. It's not the teacher's job to teach the kids bad or good behavior. It's about the parents. When me and my sis were going to school, we would watch the Sesame Street getting ready for school at the start of every year. That is totally fine. If you have a routine with something that your parents also approve, and it's like one episode in the morning just to like have a nice start into the day, I think it's fine. But having a phone, like some people, not even kids, like young adults, and I know that because I have friends who are like that. They wake up at 6 in the morning. They have to go to work at 8. They stay in bed till 7:40 to scroll on some social media platform. That's over 1.5 hours gone in the morning. And then they rush out of bed, get ready, and get to work. This is their daily routine. They will become like Mooney. And they are adults. See, that is Darren. Darren, stop it. Stop it. Wake up, get out of bed, make yourself a tea or get a big glass of water, do your bathroom things. Why scroll in bed when you can nap, right? They go to work at 12? No, at 8. At 8. I've seen some signs talk about how kids sitting watching too many shorts as young get something ADHD like because of attention span problems. I think I don't know if there's a new medical term to it, but I think that is like it is something similar to ADHD. That is true, even though it's not ADHD per se, but it's like similar to it. And then this is just a huge problem. 12 will be worse. Yeah, but still, they wake up at 6 just to scroll on TikTok. First thing I do in the day is watch minimum 1 hour of hateful comment that make me feel. Darren, stop. Stop doing that. Oh boy, Explorer, I'm so sorry about that. Can I ask what you're doing for a living? Is that okay? Training to become like Mooney. Mooney is a cutie patootie and I love her, but do not do this habit right in the morning. You're ruining your day. I wake up right morning to you guys and then get up. Yeah, Yante, good job. Everyone will have ADHD-like symptoms though out of their life. Only when it's constant is when it's a disorder.
Especially with
Hatchlings,
these
I'm
content
here
farm
to
channels.
inform you that there are some ads coming up soon.
Thank you, Mila.
That we're just
Alright, let's
pumping
finish
out
this.
tons
Then
and
we go
tons of like
to-
recycled content over and over, but that's just
Then we
a
go
theory,
to
a film
Dark
theory,
Souls.
and like I don't know for sure.
It's a part of growing up, and it's totally normal to think Troom Troom is cringe.
Approved.
Thank you.
Okay.
I feel validated. But also, I think she made a good point here.
Can you tell us about the fetish allegations?
Huh?
Oh, that's interesting.
What kind of fetish allegations? My sis isn't letting Lil Bean even look at the TV. I used to do that too. I'm happy that thanks to my job primarily, I'm more went off on my phone now. Yeah. Take time off of your phone. I never used to watch things in the morning before school because most of my morning would be spent by my mom trying to wake me up because I finally fell asleep 2 hours before waking up. Farah, your insomnia is lingering for so long. I watched a bit of that Markiplier meme last night. Almost did. I mean, I don't say watching content is bad, but the critical thinking about it is crucial in that one. I can't help it, Lina. When I wake up, I feel so shit. I can't do anything but let my brain digest itself on social media. Darim, that is a bad habit. Please. Please, for the love of yourself, you have to change it. Louis! I just love spending time in the garden, listening to the birds. I did some gardening too today. It was so nice. I took pictures. I will post them tomorrow. I forgot. I just took a nap afterwards and then I was like getting ready for stream already.
That just adults with twisted minds trying to find something bad or suspicious in content that was never meant to be that way.
I
Fair.
agree with this.
Yeah, very
I have
fair.
a lot of people who disagree with me, and I will die on that hill that I think that the simplest Occam's razor thing is that this content was popular with an
Darn.
audience and they would make so much money off of ad revenue that it would not make sense to do something for like a niche audience. Obviously, it's possible that she is wrong. It's possible that I am wrong, but you
Who
know,
knows?
I'm
Yeah,
willing to
we
die
don't
on
know
that hill.
about
These
that.
are the kind of questions I can answer without getting into any trouble.
Let's go,
Okay,
Spirit.
I
Let's go.
even though I would have loved to hear more dark and twisted details from the minds of Troom Troom, I do appreciate
same.
Tracy
I'm a bit disappointed.
you know,
Yeah.
coming out and sharing a little peek behind the curtain that we wouldn't have gotten otherwise. And for me, it's fun to revisit Troom Troom. I'm
To
gonna
look at
end
the
this with a
thumbnail.
little clip from a Troom Troom video that Tracy's in, because odds are I probably never talk about Troom Troom again. Yeah, that's fun.
There are all kinds of hair, but it's still better to have it than not.
Man, I
Okay.
miss this. They just said, fuck you, bald people. It's so much fun to have hair. And if you don't have it, your life is bad.
It's so windy
Yo, have you ever seen a Viking? Fucking hot.
today. And something got tangled in my curls. Let's see. Glasses? A cactus? And
Huh?
what is that?
Dildo. No, it's a sword.
I strangled everybody.
I'm sorry. Oh no. All right. That wasn't too terrible. No, it was horrible. Salador, you didn't see the rest. We are watching this for 20 minutes. That video was 20 minutes. And I'm disappointed. Not about Jarvis. I'm not disappointed. Jarvis is a freaking goat. But I'm disappointed because I wanted to like have some tea, like the knowledge behind Troom Troom. I feel very, very clickbaited. And this is what I will save it as. I will never watch it again. This is critical thinking.